What is happening, y'all? Cowboy here, and it's time to bring things home. Let's see how the series ends.
Normal again, Johnny. That's what I want to be. Want to live out whatever time I got left.
It's like an ice tub in cyberspace.
Goodbye, V. And never stop fighting.
Pretty trippy build up to the end here, being in cyberspace.
Up in smoke! With damage valued in excess of the annual budget of many a small country. Serves you right, sucker! How's it feel to be on your knees, huh? Worry not, unwashed masses. Our wondrous lives in Night City won't change much, but when do they ever? We live midst dust and chrome, and midst dust and chrome we shall all die. Now for some good news, and some bad news. Good news is, something like a sandstorm this way comes from the south. Weather guy says it stands to be the biggest in years. Should be a sight to behold. Bad news? Damn storm won't reach Night City. So seems we'll all live to see another day after all. Drat.
Thought there was going to be something about Arasaka on the radio, but I guess not.
This dam. Remember it well. Our beginnings.
I did not know what to make of you then.
What did you make of me?
I wondered if you were anything like me. Carrying within you something damn important to prove to yourself.
I was. We both were. Bet you had no idea we'd end up like this, though.
Truer words I've never heard. Night City chewed us up good, didn't it?
Doesn't matter, don't think. We'll forget it all, tanning our backsides in the Arizona sun. Time and perspective. Need a bit of both.
Look at the city. Somewhere in there, those bastards from Arasaka are wondering how they lost everything. They'll figure it out one day. But we'll be long gone.
Should have done this long ago. Gotten some perspective. On the city, my life there.
The city of dreams. I'd gladly kick the balls off the idiot who thought that one up.
Pan Am, after Mikoshi, everything there. I'm glad we made it. Here. Together. And that we're leaving. Together.
Bid the city farewell. We won't see it again.
Quicker I forget the whole damn thing, the better.
The city makes false promises. Many of them grand, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. If you see through them before you lose everything, then you're pretty damn lucky.
Perhaps luck's with us now. Perhaps we're leaving just in time.
Think it is. Think we are. Time to make up for things.
Shit, V. You're bleeding again.
Gonna figure this out, Pan Am. Vic's drug helps a bit now. And once we get to where we're going, we'll try all your contacts.
They've pulled some of our folks out of deep, deep cesspits. They'll help. You'll see.
Good to hear. It really is. Speaking of which, what about our plan?
Everything is set and confirmed. We'll meet our people soon, gather our gear, and set off. Yes, the road could be hard, but as long as we don't fuck up, we should cross the border in a matter of hours.
Let's get out of here.
Sure. But V, get a good look at the city. One last time. If you need to, I mean. I'll wait in the car.
So we're just going off with
Well,
Pan
night,
Am, I
City.
guess.
Good night and good luck.
So is the clan coming with us?
Gentleman extraordinaire, Yorinobu Arasaka confirmed that his sis, Hanaka,
Oh shit.
was among the victims. So it seems we've got a change of coming at the tippity top of the megacorp. Soaked in the usual gallons of blood, sweat, and tears, of course.
This is rot. I've heard enough.
Kind of sucks that Yorinobu ended up being successful all along, like getting away with it and taking out Hanako, but I mean, to be honest, it's not really
Most of our
my
people have
problem.
already crossed. They'll wait for us on the other side.
And our souvenirs from Mikoshi?
If we so much as approached the gates with tech like that, they would wipe us out without warning. We've checked. Arasaka has people at every border crossing. But we know a road less traveled.
Arasaka. Deja vu.
Did I say something wrong?
Just reminded me of Jackie and the Arasaka job. Think you know how that ended?
I'm sorry, V.
Come on. You had nothing to do with that. And anyway, things will be different now. Gotta be.
Why there's not
There's
like
one thing I will miss about Night
wanted
City.
signs out for us or
What's that?
anything?
The food. The Thai on 7th and Haywood. The pierogies down by the docks.
Seriously?
You'll understand once you've ridden with us for a while.
Just realized. Already bringing everything I could possibly miss.
V, you are a sweet talker, aren't you?
But it works, doesn't it? Say it. Say it works.
It works. All too well. You're with me now. We will figure out and take care of that piece of shit in your head.
I know.
So I guess the whole 6 months to live thing is accurate. Doesn't really make sense to me though.
Pan Am. Girl, are you running from Night City or going to your granny's for cookies and milk? Gun it or that storm will catch you.
Screw you.
Mitch, hey.
Hey, V.
Good to hear you, Chum. How's things?
Give me a month and I'll be as good as new. I told you all I'd be fine, didn't I?
Come on, Mitch. You weren't nearly that confident after Mikoshi. None of us were. He was in bed for weeks, a vegetable. It would have been the end of him if not for his synapses. Toughened, made almost fry-proof in panzers back in the war.
Did save every one of our asses, though.
Pity Saul's not with us. Or Teddy. Or Bobby. Or Scorpion. They would have kicked your ass out of whack after that move with the Panzer. Then hugged you until you puked.
I know, Pan Am, I know.
Gave us all a chance at a new start. Let's not fuck it up.
I'm glad you're with us, V. See you soon.
I mean, the thing I don't get though is like, so
I can smell the ozone. Even through the air conditioning.
It's that storm getting close.
Alright, so hold up. So most of our, well, a part of our conscience was gone. And those parts had to be replaced by Johnny. But our personality is still ours. So it sounds kind of like, you know, if V was V, but his favorite food was burgers, and Johnny's favorite food was pizza, the new V is still V, but his new favorite food is just pizza. You know, there's little bits and pieces from Johnny that got filled in to make V 2.0. But V is still V. So if the psyche is predominantly V, why would the body still reject us? If you might be like, oh, well, the body can't, you know, the body's used to blah, blah, blah. Well, it doesn't make fucking sense because she said the body's Johnny's now. But no matter how you fucking look at it, you either have my psyche going back into the body with a part of Johnny. So if the body recognizes the Johnny parts, it would be okay anyway. It just doesn't make sense. Why? Why is that? It does not make sense. Does not make any sense. Like, if Johnny was to just live in the body, nothing would go wrong. But my psyche, even with Soul Killer having occurred, has problems.
Okay, we've arrived.
It's high time.
Hey, Mitch.
Hey, let's get the fuck out of here, shall we?
Hey, how are things? Is everything arranged?
Everything's almost set.
So you found it? Where we thought it would be?
All plans laid and in place.
They are indeed. Come see us when you're done. We'll talk about the who, what, and how.
Wait, what? Shit. I mean to fire that off.
All right. So the plan. One more time.
We won't take any official crossing. I think you know that, right? So there's this old smuggling tunnel. Forgotten. We'll aim to use that. It's near the wall.
Wait. Are we talking about one of those famous Aldecaldo tunnels?
Mm-hmm. One of the oldest ones, this one too. They dug through right after the First War.
Aldecaldo stopped using it years ago. We got tipped off that Night Corp had found it and started monitoring the area.
You scan it? You sure the tunnel's even open? Hasn't caved in anywhere?
It's open along its entire course. And all it needs is to stay open for us this last time. Then it can collapse. We won't be needing it anymore.
Look, tunnel's cool and all, but we gotta get there first. And what about security up and down the border? Whole area's brimming with tech. Drones on perpetual patrol. Heavier stuff too, maybe.
Don't worry. We know what's there and what to do about it. And Carol and Cassidy will keep the corpos off our tail.
Great. And once we've crossed, what then?
We'll make for our meeting point, join the rest of our people there, then we'll move on towards Tucson.
And once there, we call the shots, right?
We know the roads like the back of our hand. And down in Arizona, we have some old favors to call in.
So even if I wanted to, I got nothing to worry about.
Starting today, it's not all on your back. You're no longer alone, V. You'll get used to it. It's nice.
Looks like I've got a debt of gratitude to pay now.
Oh, come the fuck on. We're all riding in the same wagon.
And thanks to you, we stole enough Arasaka tech to build an aircraft carrier.
Believe me, on the list of those wanted dead or alive, our names are right under yours. Well, time to move, before that storm finds us.
Taking the tank? Like it. I mean, I didn't think we'd leave it anyway, but through a tunnel? A lot longer than I thought it would be. I figured, you know, we were just gonna ride off into the sunset or something.
Are we all set?
Mm-hmm.
So jack in. Let's get the hell out of here.
You got it.
This is your big new beginning. So you have to start it like a real nomad, behind the proverbial wheel. Mostly go straight. Go around the bigger holes and don't lose the rest. Got it? I will deal with the nitro. The mix will go straight to the cylinders. If I don't sink it just right manually, it could blow us to bits.
I think that's best avoided.
Fuck. I just realized something.
What?
The border wall, it wasn't here when I was there. I never imagined it would be. But I had this inkling that everything was different up north. That some bright fucking future awaited me there.
Yeah, I think I know what comes next. Once you wound up on the other side and nothing changed, you thought Night City was the answer. Everything would change there.
Yes. And you know the tale's end, too. I'm returning. Right back to where I started. Fuck.
No. Might be the same place on the other side, saving space, but you're different. Totally different.
All in all, you're right. And I have you. And the rest of these clowns. You ready?
Been ready always.
Then hit it! Home stretch! Full speed ahead!
They've launched the drones.
Carol! Cassidy! Get moving!
I'm heading west and activating the jammers.
They've marked me. I'm turning east to get them off your tail. Good luck, kids. See you on the other side.
I wonder why I'm assuming this is all still, like, the U.S., so I don't know why they wouldn't let us cross the border from California over to Arizona.
The nitro is ready. Say goodbye to Night City. It's your last chance.
Got nothing left to say. Start her up. The wheel is yours.
Let's ride! Exactly what you wanted. A new beginning.
Don't slow down, Pan Am. Not yet.
So we're just cruising through an underground tunnel in our little Millennium Falcon. Hey, I actually got my hair in this cutscene. Half the time I end up bald. Cruising across the lake? It looks like we're still moving, so we're just sitting on top of the car while it's in autopilot. Hair looks very red in this cutscene. Pretty sure my hair was never red.
It's perfect. All great, Pan Am. We're going home. Oh.
Oh, wait. No, looks like not done quite yet. Oh, yep, no,
Hey,
we are
V.
done.
How's life out there in the desert? Getting some sun? Some fresh air in those lungs? Don't forget to get yourself a checkup every once in a while. Any dust or dirt gets into that insulation, you're done. Of course, decent ripper is harder to find out there than a 4-star hotel. So actually, how about you just stop by when you're back in the city, huh? Think I could swing a little discount for an old regular like you. Till next time, V.
Nice little messages from everybody.
V, is it true what they say? You rolling around in the dirt with the Aldecaldos? Have you lost your mind, mijo? Didn't you get in enough trouble already, eh? Night City was too boring for you. Estás loco, eh? Crazy, completely crazy. Just watch out for yourself, okay? Don't do anything stupid, because I'm not going to a second funeral. Anyway, if you want to see some old faces, don't forget to stop by Mama Wells, okay? Just give me a call before, and I'll make my special chilaquiles just for you. Cuídate, V.
What else we got?
Hey, V. I was just wondering how you've been. Haven't heard from you in a while. Still living large in Night City? I don't know. All I think about is dropping everything and leaving. Yet, here I am, still. Oh, the city's like quicksand. The more you try to get out, the more it pulls you in. Once you're up to your knees, you're never getting out. Like Evelyn.
I don't feel bad. I never,
Anyway. Look out for yourself, okay?
I never followed up
Call
with
me
Judy on her
sometime.
quests.
Bye. Hey, V. Listen, I don't think I'll make it back to camp tonight. Sandstorm's coming our way. No choice but to sit tight and hold it out. Just wanted to say, I know this isn't the first time. You know, that we had plans. Never realized how hard being a chief would be. Always looked so easy from the outside. I'm so lucky to have you, V. You can't even begin to imagine how much it means to me. How... Guess it's time to go. I'll make it up to you. I promise.
V, hey. Christ, that run we did. My heart's still pounding. The pack of nomads versus Arasaka. Oh, I mean, the odds were totally stacked against us. I didn't know if we'd get out alive. But hey, we made it. And you know why? Because you were the one leading the charge, V. The craziest, baddest merc from Pacifica to the Appalachians. I don't know what you're up to right now, what your plans are. But just remember, we'd walk through hell and
Wait,
back with
aren't
your
I like,
brother
I'm with the
anytime.
avocados? What does he mean what my plans
Until
are?
next time, eh? Take care.
Gotta hand it to you, V. I'm impressed. When you told me you were gonna go after Hellman, I was sure you'd come back as a garbage bag full of smithereens. But you didn't. I'm not usually wrong about people and what they're capable of. I'm curious to see what else you've got in ya. If you're looking for your next job, you know where to find me.
V, hey. So, here's the thing. Couple fellas from the 5th Precinct busted a shop selling illegal iron. Sawed-offs, stun guns, mustard gas canisters. Orders from on up were to blow it all to the ground. But then I thought, maybe there's a better way to use all this stuff for a good cause. I still remember what you did for us.
for me and Randy. The city needs more people like you. And I'm gonna make sure they're equipped. This one's on me, V. See you around.
Hey, it's Perales.
Hey, it's Perales. V, you're gonna want to hear this. First, you need to go somewhere no one's listening. Okay, so my wife, Elizabeth, she's in on the whole thing. She keeps saying I should look after myself. Tells me to take these pills. Says they're vitamins. Got them analyzed at a lab. And they look okay. But how am I supposed to know if somebody didn't falsify the results? When you get a sec, call me, okay? Oh yeah, and don't forget to delete this message.
So he's gone full crazy after I told him that shit. That sucks. Probably should have just let him live blissfully unaware.
Hey, listen, I was just thinking about you, so I laid out a quick tarot. I know the reading's not as strong without you here, but we haven't seen each other for so long, and well, one thing led to another. You know what I drew? The chariot, the lovers, and the sun. Looks like you've got a good life ahead of you out in the Badlands. Good luck, V. Be free.
And I guess that's it. So, we typically do a review during the credits. Let's see if we can fit one in here real fast. Yeah, I mean, there was so much to this. It's hard to review a game this size. I mean, bugs were obviously ridiculous. There's not much else to say there. This is definitely, I think, the buggiest playthrough I have ever done on stream. Or not on stream, but just on the channel in general. You know, definitely the buggiest AAA we have ever done. So, that aside though, I thought the story was pretty good. I liked the flow of the story and how that kind of, you know, went through and you know, we had a good build up in the initial start of the game, and then moving on from there, world really kind of opened up to you, getting to explore Night City and whatnot. So that was enjoyable. The ending kind of a little weird. I mean, there's other endings I can go for, obviously, but I don't know. I kind of ranted about it earlier, but the whole, like, why I have to die, but the, you know, why I'm supposed to die in 6 months, that part didn't really make sense to me. And then when you add in the voicemails after the fact, like, 'cause it seemed like I left with, you know, I left with Pan Am, which, so you'd assume Mitch was still with us wherever we were going, because we clearly drove off together. But then in the voicemail, he's like, "Hey, V, wherever you're at, you know, hope you're doing well out there." Like, motherfucker, I should be back at camp, assumedly. So, not really sure there. Maybe, you know, development time got cut short, they ran out of shit, and that brought us to where we are. Who knows? But ending aside, I think the story was pretty good. And obviously there's other endings that we can look into as well and see how those go. In terms of raw gameplay, the gunplay was fun. The melee was a bit lacking, I thought. I still think a Gorilla Arms Zug playthrough could be pretty entertaining to do, but for the most part, the Mantis Blades, you know, it was just click, 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 dead, click, 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 dead. It didn't really feel like there was any depth to the melee combat. I know it's kind of hard to really get good first-person melee combat in a game that's not janky as shit, you know. I can't think of a first-person game that had melee combat that was particularly amazing, to me at least. So, you know, it is what it is. But the gunplay wasn't too bad. I do think it could have been polished. Like, I don't know, maybe where I've just been spoiled playing so many FPS lately. Things like, you know, Doom and Titanfall 2 and Apex and even Call of Duty. I feel like the like movement and vaulting and aiming and shooting wasn't nearly as fluid as a lot of those games. And you'd think that with it being kind of the core part of the gameplay here, that CDPR probably should have taken a lot more time on fine-tuning the gunplay itself. Which on that note, let me talk about build diversity quickly, because it's kind of bullshit that there was an artificial cap to my crit damage and I couldn't stack it past 133. Like, why? Why is that a thing? Let me fucking stack it. Let me make a character that has a 600% critical hit chance if I want. That's dumb. Why put in arbitrary caps, and then on top of that, not even tell me about the caps, just let me discover them as I'm trying to put shit in? That's stupid. The driving, I did not think the driving was good in this game at all. I mean, I'm not very good at driving in games to begin with, but I did not think it was very good here at all. Beyond that, the kind of general gameplay loop with shit to do in the world, I thought they did a good job there at least. But one big downside is probably the AI. I think the AI is definitely one of the weaker parts of the game. The enemies aren't the brightest. The cops spawning on top of you is pretty lackluster. You know, you could be on top of a building sniping, and if you shoot a civilian, a cop will spawn on top of that building to try and arrest you. That shit's stupid. And like, even when you get wanted, you just drive a block, and like we had, how many episodes ago was it? We literally circled the block and we lost the wanted status from the cop, so that's a little goofy. Music, I think they did good. Sound design, I think, was probably the best aspect of the game. I think the sound design and the voice acting was really, really good here. Especially how you have people speaking different languages and different dialects. I thought they did an excellent job there. And, you know, overall world, just how it looks, like visual perspective, that was obviously excellent. I don't think we're gonna, I mean, I can't think of a game that looks this pretty, even when loaded out with mods. Like, this game looks incredible, considering it's just base. I mean, obviously, I have a pretty god-tier PC to push that. One of the downsides is obviously being on a single PC setup. That definitely makes recording a little bit challenging, but I think it all worked out pretty well in the end. Anyway, I don't want to go too long. I mean, I could talk about this game for hours, and we have on stream. But at the end of the day, I think I enjoyed myself. If I had to score it, I mean, even bugs, even if we put the bugs aside, though, I think I would still only put it at, like, probably an 8 out of 10. You know, with all of the bugs, more in the 6 or 7 out of 10 category, and I'm assuming a lot of that stuff will get patched, but there's a lot of stuff that I think could have been improved upon. Like, it seems like they kind of ran out of time, and a lot of systems didn't end up getting fleshed out, I guess. So, you know, like having actual depth to the melee combat, having smoother, more efficient gunplay, having build diversity that is actually impactful without artificial caps that you're unaware of. You know, that's all stuff that I think could have really improved the core experience. And then, obviously, as I mentioned, the AI was pretty atrocious. But anyway, here we go. Maybe we can do it fast forward. Let's hold this. Should have been doing this all along. Second hit close to just skip through it anyway. Let's do that. Thanks for playing. Congrats. You completed the main storyline of Cyberpunk 2077. But remember that Night City never sleeps. There's still so much to see and do. You can continue from your last open world checkpoint, where you have a special reward waiting for you. We'd like to keep playing. Sure, just one more gig. Our last open world checkpoint. So I guess this is right before I started the Nocturne mission, probably. Yeah. Complete the main story. You'll find special reward waiting for your inventory note. If any of the rewards you earned are cyberware, you have to visit a Ripper dock to use them. My inventory is probably a fucking mess right now. Let me sort by new or here. Let me go backpack and sort by new. Avocado's rally jacket, legendary upgrade, pack of morales, deep fried death's head moth, and then a Sandivision mod. Interesting. Anyway, we're gonna wrap things up here. This has been fun. I do plan on playing more, especially as they continue to patch the game and whatnot. Probably go for a different playthrough, because honestly, tech is just fucking silly. I mean, we only have one tech weapon right now, but it just blasts everything out of existence. It's disgusting how powerful it is. But this has been a good time, so we are going to wrap things up here. This has been fun. As for what y'all have to look to next, Honestly, the next thing we have is probably going to be the Neo DLC walkthrough, and then after that, I don't know. I know we have Bloodborne on deck, the 100% walkthrough for Bloodborne, so we'll probably start doing the streams for that and then take things from there. But, you know, we have Christmas coming up, so I'll probably take a couple days off, and then New Year, new content. So, either way, thanks for sticking with me through the best, buggiest RPG you've ever seen. I can't even get through the outro without some bullshit happening. But it has been fun, y'all. So thanks for tuning in, and I will catch you all next time.